Why should we study the Bhagavad Gita? The 700 verses of the Bhagavad Gita are some of the most sublime poetry and philosophy known to mankind. In this great text are asked all of the questions that you and I might ask of ourselves. What is my purpose? What work should I do? How do I progress in life? Apart from these questions, it gives us the virtual darshan of Bhagavan himself. Life is an examination, and if we have prepared for it, we will pass it. But what if after months or even years of preparation, just as we are about to enter the examination hall, what if we are gripped with anxiety? What if we are gripped with fear? What if we are stopped in our tracks almost with a nervous breakdown? This is the position Arjuna, the great hero of the Mahabharata, found himself in just as he was about to go into one of the greatest battles of the ages, the war at Kurukshetra. And in that moment, he turned to his friend, his charioteer, his guide, sought refuge in him, and was given the life-transforming message of the Srimad Bhagavad Gita by Bhagavan himself, Sri Krishna. And this message is what we're going to study over the next few weeks and months. So if this is of interest to you, please do subscribe to our channel now itself so that you can remain connected with the great message of the Bhagavad Gita. It's a small step for you, but makes a big difference to our efforts to bring the wisdom of Sanatan Vedic Dharma to the widest possible audience. Srimad Bhagavad Gita. The name itself is so inspirational. But as students of Sanatan Vedic Dharma, do we know what the Bhagavad Gita says? And even if we wanted to know, whom do we turn to? How do we find out? This was the position that I found myself in some 16 or 17 years ago. And the study of the Bhagavad Gita, as well as living its guidance for the last 17 years, has got us to the point today where I am in a position to share its message with you. My name is Om Dhumatkar, and I am no guru, I am no acharya, I am not even a teacher. Like you, I am a seeker. And this is an effort to bring the Bhagavad Gita to the widest possible audience in a way that is authentic to Bhagavan Shri Krishna's message, in a way that is relatable to all of us wherever we are in life, and in a way that is practical for us to live in today's world. Our intention is to awaken all Bharatiyas, all those who pursue and revel in light wherever they may be in the world, with the life-transforming message of Shastras. The Srimad Bhagavad Gita is a dialogue between Bhagavan Shri Krishna and Arjuna in one of Hinduism's greatest itihasas, not mythology, but a history that is delivered in the Mahabharata. Now the Mahabharata is 10 times the size of the Greek epics Iliad and Odyssey combined. It has 18 volumes, 100,000 shlokas, and nearly 2 million words. And in the middle of this great text, in the Bhishma Parva, we have, just before the war of Kurukshetra, Bhagavan Shri Krishna delivering his message to Arjuna. Now the Bhagavad Gita is often referred to as the holy book of the Hindus or the Bible of the Hindus. But when we call it that, we show a very limited understanding of what are Hindu Shastras. Hinduism or Sanatan Vedic Dharma draws its authority from the series of texts known as the Vedas. And the 4 Vedas, Rig Veda, Samaveda, Yajurveda, Atharvaveda, all have a section within each one of them that is known as Gyan, the philosophical section of the Vedas. The texts in these philosophical sections are known as Upanishads and provide the highest philosophy of who is the divine, who am I as a seeker, and what is our relationship with the world around us. So despite having a large wealth of the Upanishads, the Bhagavad Gita is a summary of all of those key messages. How? Well, before we study the Bhagavad Gita, there is a prayer, a chant known as Gita Dhyanam. That Gita Dhyanam says, Sarvopanishado gavo dogdha gopalanandanaha partho vatsa sudhir bhokta dugdham gitamrutam bhata. Sarva Upanishado Gavo. All of the Upanishads are like cows. The milkman is Bhagavan Shri Krishna. Dogdha Gopal Nandanaha. Partho Vatsaha. Arjuna is the calf. Sudhir Bhokta. The beneficiaries are wise people like you who have tuned in to understand this knowledge. Dugdham, the milk, is Gitamrutam Mahata. The milk that flows from all of these Upanishads, as drawn out by Bhagavan Shri Krishna for the benefit of Arjuna and all of us, is the nectar of the Gita. In this way, the Gita is connected to the highest truth, the highest messages within the Vedas themselves. Why should we study the Bhagavad Gita? The 700 verses of the Bhagavad Gita are some of the most sublime poetry and philosophy known to mankind. In this great text are asked all of the questions that you and I might ask of ourselves. What is my purpose? What work should I do? How should I get into relationships? How do I navigate bereavement? How do I progress in life? Apart from these questions, it gives us the virtual darshan of Bhagavan himself. And most importantly, it shows us the way to be constantly connected with the divine within as Paramatma and without as Brahman or Bhagavan. As we progress with our study of the Bhagavad Gita, we will see ourselves in Arjuna. We will understand how to navigate anxiety, how to deal with disappointment, how to overcome real challenges like addiction. And this will all be done through the medium of YouTube entirely for free. So won't you join me as we undertake this wonderful journey ahead? My name is Dhumatkar. Thank you so much for starting this journey of the Bhagavad Gita with us. If you like this video, please subscribe to the channel or share it with those whom you might think will benefit. We will be building out a great playlist of all of our Bhagavad Gita videos. Please go watch that playlist. And please make sure that you join us in the next one of these videos where we explore this profound and life-changing text called the Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Namaste.